Hey, it's a great day. I'm Mike Current, Energizer. Today is day 30 on the Appalachian Trail. So let's do this. So for today, miles on trail day. Making our way closer to the Tennessee-Virginia border. Not going to get there today, but going to get pretty close. Walking along a ridge line most of the day. Should be a real pretty day. Should be. Depending on how the weather goes. We'll see. It'll be great. Low clouds cover the valley this morning. I can't see much. Breaking the tree line right here where the power lines go. It's another cinder block shelter here along this section of the AT. They seem to be prevalent right here. This portion of Tennessee. Some tenting spots as well. Nobody here. Still early in the day though. Got a little bit of a view. Clouds are starting to lift. It's been spitting rain off and on, but I'll take it. Some of you remember my Appalachian Trail 2022 thru-hike, or you've gone back and looked at the videos that I took during that time, and you've made comments this year about, hey, you know, 3 years ago you were at this point during the trail and doing this and that sort of thing, and all I can say is, I know I'm hiking the Appalachian Trail again, but it's really apples and oranges. In 2022, my expectations, my motivations for hiking the trail, what I wanted to do, what I want to accomplish, were different than this year. And so the trail is going to be a different experience. I mean, I'm hiking the trail with my son this year. I've never hiked. I've hiked with an incredible trail family on the Continental Divide Trail that we linked up sometime in Colorado and continued all the way to the northern terminus. Very privileged, and I miss all of them very much. But I've never started a trail with anyone, and you know, up until that point on the CDT, I hadn't hiked with somebody very long. But this one, I started with my son. You know, it's a partnership. And so that's a whole new experience on this trail. And, you know, he came to the trail with his trail legs. He trained for the trail, and so he came with his trail legs. So doing miles every day from the start, that was not an issue, you know. Duracell can crank out miles. Yes, no problem with that. But his focus is different. If you watch my other thru hikes, you know I'm kind of a miles nerd, you know, and Duracell is not. His focus is what is the experience he wants to get out of the trail for that day. That's what he looks at. He looks at the far out map, he looks at, and he decides, hey, these are the things I want to do during that day, and the miles will come, you know, and so, and that's what we're doing. And so I am finding it interesting and enjoyable to hike the trail through that perspective. But he is really driving the train on where we go, where we hike, and where we're going to stay each night. The only stipulations that I asked for in the hike was two things. One, I says, hey, there are places I want to stop. I only took 3 zeros in 2022. And I told them there's towns, there's hostels or hotels, there's places I want to stop and I want to enjoy. And so, yeah, we're going to do that. And so if we stop someplace, it's probably me that drove that. And then the other one was, I wanted, and we will, go to trail days this year. I did not do it in 2022. I didn't go to trail days. I went in 2023, but it wasn't with my trail class. And I saw what an incredible experience that is. And so I'm hiking this year. I want to experience that with my thru-hiking class. I think that's going to be extra special. And I think Duracell is going to enjoy that as well. So those are the two stipulations I've added. But you know, beyond that, I know it's the AT, it's the same trail, but it's a whole different experience, a whole different perspective. Yeah, and I am enjoying it.
I felt one pig kind of curling up on my side.
Oh, okay. Coming up on a road for the van. The sun's standing next to it. What could this be?
Out in this is our organization here. We have started to put together some information for the AT as well about trail agents.
Oh, really? And cooking along the trail today. This section's known to be kind, and so yeah, haven't had to struggle too much today. About a week ago, my video entitled "Name That Snake" ran, and last night at the shelter at service, I was reading through all of your comments. And it looked like 80% of you or so said, hey, that's a copperhead. One of the ladies even screenshotted it, stuck it into one of those Google algorithms, and it came back eastern copperhead. So yeah, you know, identified it as a copperhead. Really appreciate that. Now, some of you, small contingent, took my instructions a little more literally. Name that snake, and decided to call it Fred. I like that. I like that. So we're gonna be on the lookout for Fred from now on. Look at this. One of the old stone fences. Somebody made this at some point long ago. 3 big frogs just jumped into the water where I need to get water. I went to go get my pot. He came out. Now he's going to jump back in as soon as I make a move. But I got to scoop some water, so yep. All good? It's a pretty good storm brewing to the east of us, but seem to be okay where we're at. So closing out day 30. Yeah, I'm going to end this video on a more somber note. The last shelter that I had showed you, we were supposed to end there. That was supposed to be the end of the day. But I got there and a couple minutes passed and another person came in, said he was a hiker, but by all indications, his clothing, he was not a hiker. And we asked him a couple of questions about his hike, and he seemed to be searching for the answers. And so it just wasn't adding up. So I discreetly indicated to Duracell that we should move on. He packed up, and we just continued forward down the trail. So, you know, it could have been fine, you know, could have been no issues, but out here, you know, you always got to keep your wits about you and just trust your gut. Now, on the bright side is that we wound up doing 28 miles, and that sets us up really good for tomorrow. See you then.